Hello, my beautiful puppies. This is Dad. You know me as Taylor Lewan. But also, I'm your dad. And I just remember holding you guys and being so proud as an individual tear just rolled down my little baby cheek and onto your little baby cheek. It was beautiful. I'm also here with my great friend, Will Compton, known as the Wolf.
Best friend.
Yep, and in his words, for sure. Will Compton, the Wolf. Got a fun show for you guys today, and we don't have a guest. What we do have is the entire bus crew. You were bussing with all the boys on this podcast. So, talk about a lot of things. It gets a little random at times, I'll be honest. We're kind of just shooting the shit about a lot of things. A couple of current events. Just a couple things here and there. So maybe you like to tune in, maybe you don't. But regardless of whether you do or don't, here's your friendly reminder to go on all our social media platforms. We're talking about Twitter. We're talking about Instagram. Both of those things, Bussin WTB. And you're thinking, I need some Facebook. I need some YouTube. Yeah, it's Bussin with the boys. That's a full one. You know why? Because sometimes we have to go all the way, and sometimes we have to abbreviate. You know what I'm saying? That's full depth. That's both those things, my little puppies. Hope you guys have a great time on the podcast. Make sure to subscribe and to rate us 5 stars. Cannot wait to see what y'all think about this thing. Big hugs. Tiny, tiny, tiny little kisses.
Drop the hook.
Fun pod today, dude. We got all the boys in today.
Bussin' with all the boys.
And I'm really excited about it. I don't like how I sound on this thing already. It's you did something for Will, and I think Will's mic took away from my mic.
All right, we gotta redo that. We gotta redo that intro.
Is that a real thing? Yeah, but I think I'm actually hearing how I really sound now, and I'm more insecure.
You're
like, I'm like, dude, there's a 12-year-old boy in my ear right now, and I'm like,
no, that's just me.
Can we just
okay, Zach. Butch slap.
What's that? Yeah, no, it's the exact same. Dude, if you know what, dude, real people, real athletes, real talent will just I'll rise above it, dude. I'm just gonna rise above this thing. Zach, how's your Bible study feel about you doing this?
Well, the congregation of my church is like 30, and most of them are like 60 and 70-year-olds, so they don't have like social media, so like they don't really see this.
I feel you. You're like our modern day Jesus. It's your slippers though.
My Jerusalem Cruisers.
The Jerusalem Cruisers.
Do they follow you on Instagram?
My church people?
Yeah.
No, because they don't know what Instagram is.
Because they're 60, dude. They're 60.
I love them to death, like all of them. I go in and give them all hugs. They're like
how many
people.
how many not white people are in your church?
They're all white.
Wow, dude.
What a racist church.
Something to think about.
It's in the middle of nowhere.
What?
Huh? Jesus opens his doors to everyone.
Everyone, dude.
You're right.
Unless, yes.
Doesn't sound like your church does.
My church's doors are open to anyone.
I don't know, man.
Eva United Methodist Church in Eva, Tennessee.
Do you think Jesus worked out? Do you think like Jesus would
he fasted.
do the wine, do the bread, and then hit some push-ups?
He might.
Because I feel like think of all our great leaders, dude. Built. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Dwayne the Rock.
That's all of our leaders.
No, come stop.
Terminator.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Future president of the United States of America, dude. Think about that, dude. Gandhi, I guarantee, did sit-ups.
I feel like healing and saving people.
Gandhi definitely fasted.
He intermittent fasted for sure.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. I'm just saying, dude, like I was just thinking about this before the pod, and I was just looking at our crew. And if I'm going to be real honest, and I know like the one knock on our pod right now is a bunch of meatheads. Well, shut it, dude. Shut your mouth. What I feel like is if our podcast got in a fight with another people's podcast, let's just put the Pat McAfee show, for instance. Like, I'm a big fan of Pat McAfee, dude. But I know that, like, let's say, like, we have, like, a Game of Thrones style, like, hey, you guys bring your best, we'll bring our best. We'd beat the fuck out of them, dude.
Well, how many is the best?
Well, I'm saying just one-on-one. I'd send you out against Pat, dude. I'd send you against Pat for sure.
Of course.
But I'm also thinking if we went to war With
5-on-5?
5-on-5. I don't know if we're winning.
Or just our squad versus all of their squad, because they got a little deal going on.
They got a big.
They have a team.
They have a plethora.
Yeah.
They have a bigger bus than us.
Yeah, they have a bigger bus, several more people.
But I feel like, dude, what I'm really trying to get to is like maybe hit the gym a little bit, dude. Maybe.
Sometimes I use our private gym up at Knoxville.
How many times is something? It's like sometimes.
I was going like 4 times a day after practice. Maybe that could be a segment, like you taking me to the gym and like you're working out with me.
Dude, we should get Rich Froning out here to get you at the gym, dude. We gotta get you
Let's go to Cookville.
We
Yeah,
would go
Cookville.
to his.
Zach, you went to the gym 4 times a day?
Week.
4 times, dude. I wasn't
Did
let
I
that
really?
slide.
Hey, when are we gonna start this thing?
It started.
We're rolling. Also, there's a really good question yesterday that we didn't get to. It was how many Matt Neelys would it take to take you down?
Me?
Both of you.
Like
Matt
2
Neelys?
on however many Matt Neelys?
No, like personally, how many Matt Neelys would it take to take you down?
Matt, how many fights have you been in your life?
1-0.
What's that? He said 1-0.
1-0.
You've been 1-0. How big was the guy?
He's about my size, a little bit stockier, a little bit quicker, just to use my brain and try to remain calm.
Wow. Okay, so you're a strategic fighter.
What are the parameters? Take down, like take him to the ground?
Like lose a fight.
Like just like straight up knuckles.
Like, how many of me would it take to beat you in a fight?
I don't know if there's enough.
Whatever
I'm
Taylor
being-
says, just add 1.
I'm thinking, dude, I don't know, Matt. Like,
I would say,
dead honest.
yeah, I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking of you now.
No, you think of yourself, dude. I'll think for myself. That's why I have my own mic.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I'm removed, so I can I know you both.
Real quick, I think there's a different number between Will has those glasses on and when he has those glasses off, dude. Of how many Matt Neely's.
Hey,
I think
I got this eye
just
thing.
give me. I think if Will has those glasses on, which it must have lost a bet because no adult man
Blue-
buys clear glasses. I'm talking
Blue
oops,
light blockers.
That's great.
And hater
Any man-
blockers. And hater blockers.
Yeah, well, it's coming full force. Any man who buys those glasses, dude, I bet one Matt Neely would beat the shit out of you, dude.
How much
take
would you
those
put
glasses
down on
off
that?
and
Hey, how
stuff,
much
or
would you put down on that?
Dude,
Because
honestly,
I'm ready to make a little money.
2x4 in the back of the head solve all Matt's problems, bro.
Guess what? I know it's coming right now.
What's that? Don't! Oh, you didn't know, dude, did you? Because maybe Matt was just behind you. And that was a fake Matt because we have multiple Matts in this scenario. You lost your own game. And you even look smarter than me with those glasses on. Dumbass. I'm thinking...
I'm not even phased by that.
Dude, I'm going to be honest. Realistically, 7 Matt Neelys.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
You think more?
Less.
What?
Far
7
less.
Matt Neelys?
Bro,
I'm
I have spent my life since I was 15 years old
You've what?
just getting after it, dude.
That is
In the
1,400
gym.
pounds coming at you right there.
That's
14
what I'm
at
saying.
one time?
Like,
Yeah, one time.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like, okay, I got 1 on this arm. Okay, there's an elbow. Okay, now I have 6 to deal with.
I'm kind of thinking 1 for every appendage. So 4. Yeah.
What about a torso?
Yeah. I think if there's 5, your torso's open.
Yeah, maybe 4. And you know what, dude? No, I'm not letting you guys take away from what I think I can do, dude. That's hey, anybody who's listening to this podcast know that the haters are out there, dude. And they're gonna try to get you on how many Matt Neelys can take you down.
I'm going to say 2 Matt Neelys. Hang on.
go ahead, people.
Hang on.
You're
Everybody
about,
gets
you're
their
about to
time.
get fired. You're about to get fired right now.
Hot take, boys. Hot take. 2 Matt Neelys. 1 is just going to stand there and piss you off so much. You're not going to be able to, like, focus on the other one who's going to come behind with, like, a bar stool.
2x4.
Over the top. Just like aerial fake Matt Neely coming down upon you with all...
God's wrath.
Yes, whatever.
With all of Matt Neely's rap.
with all of Wheely's wrath.
All of
Straight
Wheelie's rap.
fat wheelie on
And
you.
he's
Don't,
just...
don't
just,
call him that.
And it's just it's just a blindsided thing because they came up with that together.
I was on Twitter yesterday and they were telling me, I love how our first segment, we literally started this podcast by saying we're not going to talk about Matt, and now like the whole first segment of this podcast is about Matt.
About Matt and a kind of a, another little weird Twitter question.
Yeah, but it wasn't a Twitter. Yeah, actually, yes, it was a question. Somebody tweeted at me and was like, "Do you guys really hate Matt?" It's no, we don't. Matt, we don't hate you. I know. Do you though, dude? Does your dad
love
know?
him.
I've not talked to my dad since the incident, since the phone call where he was like a little discouraged in all of this.
About the coconut milk?
No, I think he listened to the show, and then he was like, "Wow, they really you're the Rodney Dangerfield of this podcast," which is such a terrible joke. But yeah,
I laughed, but I don't know
I'm
who that
confident
is.
You guys enjoy my presence.
Who's Roger? Who's
I don't
that?
know who it is.
No.
He used to
No.
say like, "I don't get any respect around here."
Oh, that guy.
Can't get no respect.
Yeah, I love that guy. Yeah, I
Great.
love that guy.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man.
No, we're fans of Matt Neely.
I would not say I'm a fan of you at all, Matt. I would not say that. Like, if we didn't work together, I wouldn't follow you on any social medias. But it's only because you pretty much tweet about the things I'm going through on a day-to-day basis. I don't need you to tell me what I'm doing. Do you know what I'm saying? Except for you did have some hate. You did throw a little shade at the O-line. Matt, I'm going to tell you what, dude.
Yeah, there are
because
a lot of keyboarders out there.
a lot of keyboarders, dude. I would love to
Matt's
get
one of them.
Get you in some shoulder pads. Get you in some pants, dude. I want to see you out there, dude. We'll even get you a helmet with a visor so you feel cool before it all comes to an abrupt end.
Some tight pants too.
Dude, well, of course, dude. You got to wear football pants.
But you gotta watch out for that other one with the bar stool, bro.
Yeah, dude. That's so true, dude. Can't block all of them, bro. Can't block all of them.
Just aerial assault.
That
Get
could
him a
be
nice,
thing.
get him a nice tight fit shirt.
Just send me,
Some good athletic wear.
just send me across the middle on one slant, and just see if I make it.
Dude,
alive.
you wouldn't.
'Cause I
You
be
would. You
dead.
hear footsteps and you wouldn't even catch the ball.
I would catch it. But
I was
would
actually.
die.
I was talking to my teammates today about this. Oh, we were talking about LeBron James, and we're like, "Yo, can LeBron like?" I wake up in the morning and I'm like, "Yo, I gotta be the best left tackle in the league. I gotta be the best left tackle in the world." LeBron James wakes up and he's like, "I gotta be the best athlete in the world, dude." Like he's on a way different level. And so the argument was, can LeBron James play football? And from like a run and jump and catch and athletic ability, no question, dude. He could be a stud. But like everything's pretty good, dude, until you get buckled in the chin. That's when you kind of you figure out like, yo, can I do this shit or what?
Yeah, because based on his flopping ability.
Dude, don't hate on
Yeah.
LeBron.
No, I love LeBron. He's my favorite player.
He's your favorite player for real?
Yeah. Don't act. And
Birdman.
what's that mean?
That's my favorite player.
Chris Anderson.
Yeah.
Love that.
Here's
Yeah, he would be.
Yeah, just
He would be
tatted,
your favorite
dude.
player.
Here's the real question
tatted.
though. Like, does it come down to athletic ability or does it come down to like mental toughness?
I think it comes down to not mental toughness, because I guess mental toughness. I mean, there's a different mindset that goes in when you're about to go play a basketball game as opposed to go play a football game, or a hockey game, or a golf game, match, whatever, tennis. Like it's all totally different. So maybe LeBron gets out there and he dummies some dudes, because if you put that dude on a fade back at the end zone,
One-on-one on a
one-on-one on a DB.
Yeah.
DBs aren't there to make tackles, baby. They're there to cover dudes. But if LeBron's at that 40-plus vert and he's 6'8",
Out there looking like Jimmy Graham.
yeah, but like more athletic.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. He could do that stuff. But I'm saying if like when Matt was talking about like let me get one over the middle, just to see if I can do it. Like, dude.
And he said he would catch it. Well, I would love to see you catch a slant and Rashawn is just coming from across the field from the opposite hash in a hook drop and just fucking destroy you.
Yo,
disintegrate you.
Yo, Rashawn will smack a dude now. He butts up some like that shuck and press or whatever you guys call it.
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
good at that.
Shuck and press.
What is it called? Button
You
press.
you can call it a lot of different things.
That
But
kind-
yeah, dude, Rashawn doesn't give a shit, dude. All he talks about is cramming. That's what he calls it, cram. And the dude is ready to
What's
lay
cramming?
just cram. Like you run up and just fucking buckle somebody, that's cramming. Like you all you care about is hitting the O lineman. That's all Rashawn cares about.
Matt, what's
He's teeing the hell off on somebody.
the coolest position in the league to you?
Um.
Don't say quarterback.
Okay, so can't say quarterback. I don't know. I kind of like safeties that just knock the shit out of people. It's like Vaccaro and like Michael Griffin back in the day before he got like kind of hurt. He was like killing
Sean
people.
Taylor.
Sean Taylor, Paul
Cam Chancellor.
Yeah, I think
Those
I think
dudes are fun to
safeties
watch.
that
man.
hit
yeah,
people.
for sure.
Those are that's.
Cyprian,
I was
shout
gonna
out
say. I was gonna say the same thing. Like that's like, if I could play a different position
Yeah.
and I could like be not this, because this ain't playing safety. Yo, this out safety, we're calling liability, my baby.
Dude, and safeties have swag. Like they're back there, they can kind of stand how they want because they have so
Yeah,
much space. They're
yeah.
not pressed one-on-one.
Right.
They're kind of seeing the field. And if you're labeled a ball hawk, I feel like that's the best label to have. Like, oh, dude's a ball hawk. Like
Yeah, he
he's
gets
got
after that ball.
he's got range.
Yeah.
He's a middle of the field. You know, like Ed Reed in his heyday.
Yeah.
Earl Thomas.
Yo, the thing I loved about Ed Reed, dude, is he had that like didn't give a fuck haircut, dude. Like his hair, he had that homeless look going.
Yeah, that
But
beard.
he was like he had that trash beard
Nappy.
and the hair everywhere, dude. Like he had that homeless look going. I'm about that, dude. I think it's cooler when dudes are like, yeah, I just don't give a shit, and then they go and they just wreck dudes.
We had a question too, and this is good. Transition. What's the harder position to play, middle linebacker or left tackle?
You want to go first?
Yeah, but I don't know if what I'd argue for.
I mean, I think it's pretty. I think it's an easy answer.
I think from a, but I never played middle linebacker, so what the hell do I know? But from the looks of it, like, I think it depends. Like if you're a middle linebacker, you're gonna cover a running back like Deion Lewis. Like
Yeah, so what I would say is left tackle would be harder from a physical play-to-play standpoint. Like you're going against the best pass rusher. You're going against just, freaks of nature. Really, pound for pound, the better athletes on the field is like a pass rusher.
The best athletes are usually the pass rusher.
And you gotta like if you're passing the ball, like I'm thinking, the hardest situations, I would think left tackle for sure. I mean, it's in the money. It's you want your best lineman. You're always looked at as a left tackle. Like they have the hardest duty.
Yeah, I think that's transitioning a little bit though.
Yeah, but stay with me now. I think that's the hardest kind of thing to do. Well, no, aside from cornering or being a cornerback. But between middle linebacker
You
and
think
left
corner
tackle,
is the hardest thing to do?
I think cornerback is the hardest position on the field. Because they're literally
Over QB?
QB gotta be
athletically, yes. That's where I was going with this. So left tackle I think is physically harder to do. Like you got to come correct, bro. Like you got to kind of I'm going to say shit wrong, but you're sitting back, not leaning. You can't. You got to handle these motherfuckers and not allow them to get to the quarterback. But I would say middle linebacker is harder from the standpoint of, getting your brain involved, the IQ of stuff, like understanding everything, like all the mental shit that goes into it. I think backers a little harder.
I think that's where offense line slept on a little bit because we got to know a lot of shit going down. Like we got to know who we're blocking at all points, and then if you guys shift to a different front. Then I got to be like, okay, I no longer blocking that guy. Now I'm going to this. Now I'm doing this technique instead of that as the ball is getting snapped.
Yeah, but as a middle backer, you got to know what everybody's doing.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Like think of the mental capacity of a center.
Yo, center got to know everything. Center got to know everything.
Yeah, and it's like the same with the backer. Like you have to know what's going on in front of you, behind you. You're the most vocal person out there. Like you have to be on your shit at all times.
Best advice I ever got was from Russ Grimm, who was a Hall of Famer. It was like he just got there. It was 2016, and he's like, you just need to simplify everything. Like you don't need to know what everybody else is doing. I know exactly what you're doing every single time.
Right.
And so that for me that makes it way easier. But you're right. Like that's what I'm kind of getting to is I don't have to know what everybody else is doing. I have to know what my job is and what could happen and what I would do if those jobs were if those things did happen.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But I think going back to it real quick, like the evolution of offensive line, it's kind of like left tackle's always been traditionally like that, the dude, right? And then you have the next highest paid is like the right tackle, guards, and center. So it goes it goes down as far as like payments go. It'll go tackles, then guards, then center. But
why is that?
Because from an athletic standpoint, and I've had these conversations with centers, so I don't think they're going to argue that point. But from an athletic standpoint, athletically you have to be at your best at tackle, and then guard.
Yeah, they move
and
way better.
Because you're like a center's he's in a little phone booth. Yeah.
Right.
Like he's kind of just boop 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 boop. That he got that going. As a tackle, like if they're sliding away from you, it's you and that dude and nobody else, and that is it. And like. From a pressure standpoint, I think my first initial thought is it's probably harder than being a backer because if you mess up, like a dude like Jarrell Casey can make you look good. Like he'd cover you up. You know what I'm saying? Or dudes can cover you up. If I mess up, that's a TFL. That's a sack. Like no question.
That's right.
Or unless you yell Marcus and he spins out of it.
That's what I'm saying. From a physical standpoint, I would say left tackle is is potentially the harder thing to do.
Yep.
Covering Deion Lewis out of the backfield.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing
you
that.
You gotta cover and play the run. Like it's not like backer you just run and tackle. Like the evolution of a backer is you got to be a 3-down player covering these freaking scat backs out of the backfield, being out in empty formations and doing shit that you don't want to necessarily do all the time. You just want to run and hit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, from a physical standpoint, I mean, left tackles I think is harder to do.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I also don't know anything about linebacker, so never played it. Never was even around. It was a nose tackle in high school. Trash as fuck.
Well, if you could play offense, what position would
He'd
you
be
play?
a fullback, dude.
No, if he's saying I get the option.
You get the
I would
option.
not opt to be a fucking fullback.
I don't think anyone would opt to be a fullback, dude.
Mike Allstott, maybe.
Dude, he's
No,
a
I bet he
monster.
still wouldn't want to.
If I could play any position, what would it be? Quarterback.
Can't say quarterback.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Everybody in this room. would be
Everybody
a
wants to play quarterback, dude. Everybody
Yeah,
wants
but
to play quarterback.
I feel like my reasons are different. Like I love the X's and O's. I love ball, so I love being in the film room. I
I'd
love
be such
breaking
a
shit down.
cocky asshole if I was a quarterback, dude.
Yeah, see, I'd be very like. Yeah, I see
No,
the differences that we
you're-
would have.
If I was a quarterback and you were a quarterback,
Yeah.
I think we'd be more similar. I think me and Zach would be more similar than anybody else in this room, though.
Okay, if I can't be a quarterback, hell, I don't know. I guess I don't know. I think they're all up for grabs. It's all the skill positions, right? You want to score touchdowns.
Yeah, you don't want to be a lineman.
You won't.
No, I don't want to be a lineman. I could no.
Nobody wants to be a lineman, dude. I mean, some.
I'd take your checks.
What's that?
That's what
Well, yeah. If we're not talking about that,
Yeah,
though.
the
It's
pay
like
is
if
good.
you're an elite lineman, man, and everybody knows you, man.
if you create yourself on Madden
yeah, but
on
every-
offense, what position would you create?
I made
Choose.
myself.
I've done 3 seasons, but I would be all skill positions. Yes.
Right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm sure that's fun.
Thinking
That's a
about-
fun 16-game season playing video games of pass setting.
Yes. Yeah. I
On
did.
Madden.
I did bump Compton up to 99 overall, and then he just totally screwed my.
I do that
after
too.
the
I
season.
do that too.
I had to pay him like.
You do that? I don't
used to.
play it, dude. I can't play that shit. I'm not good at it. NFL Blitz, dude. Nintendo 64. You got some. We'll get banging on that thing, dude. I'm gonna say it right now, dude. I am probably the best Super Smash Brothers player in Nashville, Tennessee. For Nintendo 64.
I've never played Super Smash Brothers.
I
so
won't argue that.
can't.
I've seen him in action. He's always the one that's on the sticks.
Yeah, but like that's as far as my like video gaming goes. Except for back in the day, back those computer games. Y'all ever play Diablo?
No.
Yo, I used to get down with Diablo. That stuff was crazy.
I got pretty decent on Smash Brothers with the Switch, the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, but that's like way too advanced for me. I
it's
can't handle that
different.
stuff.
Yeah, it's
That's too
different.
much.
I get it.
Too much going on, man. They got balls bouncing everywhere. You gotta hit it to get it. Like, yo, dude, just give me that. Go up to it, tap A. You're solid. You got it. Yo, I was watching John Wick 2 last night. Holy shit. The chick, John Wick's like, first off, yo, I know we've talked about this before. Worst acting ever. And you've like, okay, so like, no, that's not true. From a choreographing fights, like there's definitely talent there. Absolutely, there's talent to be able and to fight someone and make it look real. The usage of a gun, like your stance, the way you walk, like, dude, that is so much comes into play. But I'm talking just straight vocal. The way this dude just like, it's just ridiculous. Like he goes up to a firefighter and the firefighter is like, "Hey John, you working again?" And John is like, "They killed my dog."
Something like that.
Something like that. Oh yeah. He says something like that. Something like that. And he gets up and walks away. Dude, if I was a firefighter, I'd be like, "Hey asshole! Hey John! Yo, where the fuck is this guy going, dude? Hey!
Because then
Don't be a dick! Like you're in the middle of a conversation with someone and they're just like walking away.
and then Jen,
Hey John, you still working, bud? How's things going?
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna fuck myself, huh? All right, bud. We'll see you later. You have a good one.
Like, what, dude?
Because he looked
And
up
then
at him. He looked up at him and goes, I got to go now.
Yeah. And this dude, this weird Italian dude is like, brings him like this shekel. And John's like, don't ask me to do this. And like, that's his dialogue for the scene, dude.
Take it back.
Yeah. Take it back. Don't ask me to do this. And like, he goes, and then not even to mention, dude, that the beginning scene, he has a GT350 Mustang, which is an amazing car, by the way. And he goes and totals this thing. Gets hit by a car 4 or 5 times and gets up and beats the shit out of 5 dudes. I get it, dude. I'm all about the cinematic experience, but my God, dude.
He's a specimen.
He's a specimen, dude. He is an absolute... Does the dog have a name? No. Good boy.
Good boy.
Just walks away, dude. Like, that is ridiculous. Dude, he goes in this chick, like, but he walks in and he's hunting down this girl and he tells her security guards to walk away, and this chick, like, ends up talking to him for a little bit, and then she slits her own wrists and gets into a pool. And that's as far as I went, dude. I had to go to bed after that, man. I was like, this is too much, dude. I'm too, like, stimulated now.
Yeah.
I was up for 35 minutes thinking, like, some monotone psychopath was going to come into my house, dude, and kick the shit out of me and 40 of my friends.
Hell yeah, dude.
Terrifying, dude. And not to mention that damn car. It breaks my heart.
That always breaks my heart in movies that they just wreck nice cars.
Right.
Oh, it breaks my
Like
heart.
the when they filmed Dukes of Hazzard, they had that 69 Dodge Challenger
Yes.
or Charger, and they totaled like 120 of them.
You have to film.
They don't make them anymore.
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
it's heartbreaking
Dude, that is...
if you're a car guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a car guy in the sense that I love older cars, but I don't
Yeah.
know shit about cars.
A little bit.
I can't get under the hood.
Yeah, I don't know my way around a vehicle at all. Like I
You know how to pump the
I
gas?
don't give a shit. Yeah, I know how to pump the gas.
Dude, those glasses are starting to make more and more
pop,
sense, dude.
Pop the hood.
Yo, sometimes...
Dude, let's talk about the stuff we were talking about before this shit started.
what were we talking about?
The podcast situations.
What about our... I don't even remember what we were talking about.
We were asking you about OTAs. You said you was balling today.
No, I
You
did.
said you had a good day.
I had a good day today. But I'll be honest, 2 days ago, I didn't have a good day. Harold Landry got me.
Good old Harold. God,
Dude, I
love
love Harold, dude. He's a good dude.
Yeah, last year he said, his words, not mine, I would cut my dick off if I could average 10 sacks a year. It was kind of like a question going around, like, would you rather type of deal?
Uh-huh.
And he was the only one, once he said, yeah, for sure, 100%. And everybody just
100%.
lost it. Like, yo, Harold, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
I bet you if there was some like Jesus came out of nowhere and was like, you said it,
Yeah.
it now shall be, and he pulled out a knife,
Yeah.
Harold would be like, no.
Time to cut your dick off.
It's gone. Slice.
He said,
10
that's what he
sacks
said,
a
though,
year,
bro.
dude.
10 sacks a year. He said he'd slice that,
For how many
slice that
years?
meat off. He just said he'd take it off. He tried to
dude.
rethink about it because obviously, when all the boys start clowning you, he's like, no, let me take it back.
No,
Let me, hey, I didn't mean it.
No, I didn't mean it.
Don't tell everybody. Don't
Yeah.
tell everybody.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Man,
he's a
I gotta look
stud,
at
man.
I gotta look at this piece every time we do a podcast, dude. This big metal bastard, dude, making me insecure. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't cut my piece off for 10.
Hey, did anything
I
ever?
wouldn't cut my piece off for a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, nobody's holding that against you.
Or like 10
People
Super
out there
Bowls.
like, oh, how bad does he even fucking want it? If he won't cut his dick off for a Super Bowl, does he even want to be a Titan? That would
Does
be
he
some
want
Matt
this?
Neely tweeting
Matt Neely
shit
would tweet
right
that
there.
for
Yeah,
sure,
Matt
dude.
Neely would tweet that for sure.
Matt, how'd you get into being like were you always a Titans fan?
Yeah, since first season. But I honestly think I'd have to take a hard look at it, and if I would cut my dick
dick
off for a championship. No, I would use mine.
Would you cut your dick off for a Titans championship
I'm at that point.
as a super
I'm
fan?
close. I'm not. I mean, I just care.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Well,
Can-
what do you? Yeah, we all fucking care.
Matt, can I ask you a question?
Yes. Yeah.
How often do you use it?
I've had sex.
Well, yeah.
I'm
Well,
not a virgin.
let's all go around and tell each other how we lost our virginities. Well, it's 15 years in the future, and somebody lost a bet.
How much do you use it? I have sex.
Yo, like, I don't need a number. I don't even want to know, honestly, dude. I don't even want to know.
Would you? Is this true though? Or are you just being your little social media personality right now? Like, would you really cut your dick off for a championship?
Most of that is me to begin with. It's just how I am. So I would really think about it. Like I would think, this is a pun, but I would think long and hard about cutting my dick off for a championship.
Yeah, how many people in Nashville you think are that way about Titans football?
15.
I'd say there are more than that, but they're not going to openly say it on a podcast. But I don't really care.
I don't know, man. Cut your meat off for your team to win a championship.
Dude, I don't know if I could go to being a Ken doll.
There's nothing.
I like that. I like that
dude.
joke. I like that joke.
I mean, it's. No, I'm attached. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
mean, what the fuck are we talking about? Cutting our dick off for a Super Bowl?
Dude,
It's going to be...
What about for 5 Super Bowls?
No.
10,
No.
15.
No.
Vasectomy for a Super Bowl?
Dude, a vasectomy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And how right now?
Yeah, right
I
now.
want some more babies, dude. I want
Right.
them babies,
Yeah, that's what I was going
dude.
to say. Right now.
I don't know, man.
You don't want any kids, Matt? I see you back there shaking your head. Yes, like, oh, give me that vasectomy.
I do not want any kids. But
You don't want kids?
For 5 Super Bowls, if you could promise that, we would go to the hospital right after this.
To cut your dick off?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
People break promises all the time.
Not me.
We'll promise you right now.
I promise.
We'll get it documented.
Hey, promise. Promise.
Yo, I'm
Matt, promise, dude. Hey, Matt. Promise. We'll go see Dr. Williams right now, dude. Hell, I got a knife in my truck, dude.
We'll do it the old-fashioned way.
We'll get a leather belt and we'll warm up a fucking sword, dude, and we'll just cut that thing off.
We'll have Zach go wash it with hand soap in the bathroom, and we'll just cut that thing off. We'll
Who's
just
that
sever
dude?
Got to be
No,
sanitary.
that's a different discussion.
Who's the dude in Game of Thrones that got his piece cut off?
There's a couple guys in there.
Great
Varys
Greyjoy?
did. Grey Worm.
No,
No, you're talking about Grey Worm.
No, I'm not.
The Unsullied have to get it chopped
No,
off.
I'm not. I'm still not. I'm talking about the guy who was in
Theon Grey. Yeah,
Theon
Theon
Greyjoy.
Yeah,
That's
Theon,
what I'm talking
Theon,
about.
My bad.
Theon
Theon
yeah.
Greyjoy.
Yeah, dude, you call yourself a Game of Thrones fan?
I am. Don't do this.
Have you guys-
it's
have
just
you
been
guys-
off my mind a little bit.
What's been on your mind? Oh,
It's like it's been off my mind to where you're bringing it up. So yeah, some stuff's just coming back to me.
Our moms are so proud right now.
dude, I think this is our best podcast.
Debatable.
Dude, I think this is our best podcast
My mom,
yet.
my mom just called and I ignored her because we were doing this. So she might
You're
not
a-
like
you're a
y'all.
And
savage.
your mom probably thinks, oh, you know, he probably didn't see the phone, but she's gonna hear this. Does she listen to all of our
Zachary, are
podcasts?
you on Bussin' with the boys?
Yeah, you bussin'? You bussin', sweet?
Dude,
That's exactly what she does.
Debatable. We got to get in a little more substance. I've been curious of this. Is anybody? You guys have been seeing the not the heat necessarily, but the Delaney Walker reports on the IV stuff. Pro Football Talk did Delaney Walker almost died from an IV. That's how dramatic these media outlets take this shit. And he quoted it, or the article quoted, and it was via Paul Kaharski. Like, no, it's via Bussin' with the boys, and listen to the whole damn podcast.
And you know what, dude? Paul probably didn't even say, no, it wasn't me.
Yeah, he probably texted. He
Yeah,
probably like
just,
shot
hey,
a
make
text.
sure you put in Paul Kaharski.
Yeah,
It's Kuharski, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, I got this story on.
I hate talking
IVs.
about him because then it gives them clout. Vrabel, very supportive of Bussin' with the boys. How about that for a headline, my babies? Here's what he said, dude. He came on the thing. He went into our meeting room and he's like,
Squad meeting?
we had a squad
Missed them, I
meeting.
missed those.
And he just told the crew, like, hey, Will Compton, he used your name first.
Love
He
that.
goes, Will Compton, Taylor Lewan, they have a podcast. And he's like, I want you guys to go on it. But just know that they're gonna use that stuff, and they're gonna grab a little thing here, a little thing there, and pop it in. And you could put anything together and make you look like a complete asshole. You know?
I like that move too. That's a brave move. He
Yeah,
he
dude.
puts stuff at the forefront in squad meetings.
Here's the deal
He
with
talks about it.
here's the deal with the Titans is there's so many dudes out there doing good shit in the community. Like, let's do a story on Logan Ryan, who is out there like saving puppies and kitties, dude.
God, I love puppies.
Dude, I love.
I want to have
puppies.
Logan on. I
You
want to have
should have
Logan
Logan
on.
on.
I want him to talk about that kind of stuff. You know, in the first pod, we were talking about Delaney clowning me for the end of the year body. I was in the I was showering with Malcolm, no homo, and
No hetero, dude. Don't
yeah,
let-
no hetero. And wait, that's wrong.
Hey, that's your problem, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's 2019. Everyone's allowed to
But,
have their preference, dude. If you're into a piece, dude, be into a piece. It's not my gig, but if you into that gig, that's your gig. That's your deal.
Okay, anyway, I was in the shower with Malcolm,
Jesus.
and he was like, "Hey, comp man, you got that construction worker body." I was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "What?"
Oh my god.
He's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Cause you white, and you just kind of you look like a construction worker."
Oh my
Yo,
god.
Malcolm, you're a racist as hell. No, calm man, I'm not being racist. That's not what I meant.
Yeah, I've had a couple of.
That was so funny though. I love Malcolm, man. So innocent.
Malcolm is solid, dude. He's a good little ball player too.
Yeah, he's a stud.
He's a stud.
Because Vrabel challenged him, and he you just see the reaction in some guys' eyes. You get like tensed up. Like Malcolm, he's not afraid to say a wrong answer or
give a
like
damn.
move on to the next play. He's kind of like you got to have that mentality as a cornerback too, man, because you're literally covering dudes in a back pedal, and you
Yeah,
don't know
I
what
can
routes
imagine.
they're running, unless receivers are getting close and you're like can anticipate something. Other than that, you're out there on a fucking island, dude. And if you get beat, you better be able to turn around and go to the next play, because if not, you're just gonna get destroyed the whole game. The
Yeah.
mentality's got to be different with those guys, and it's. You see that in those two.
That's solid. Yo, we're slowly turning into a football podcast.
You were busting at the seams with stuff like for the podcast.
I
Like,
know,
what?
dude. But honestly, I was like, I got a bunch. But my ADD just kicks in, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna go with whatever we're talking about right now. I'll
Yeah,
tell
like
you what.
we'll get to the end of a story, and we'll still be on the story, and you can see your mind going, still with whatever. That'll be your transition. Like, yeah, I'm not a big car guy. Then you go into the cars. We talk Dukes and Hazzard,
I am a
like
big
John
car
Wick,
guy.
and then they burn like all them cars, and then it kind of slows down, and you're like, yeah, I'm not a big car guy. And it's like, well, topics of cars are coming up next.
That's how you can follow it.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just trying to follow myself too.
Yeah.
I get it, dude. That's
What
kind
el-
of a gig, dude.
What else we got? Matt, what do we got? Juicy.
We did have a question yesterday from a nice female listener that wanted
Whoa,
to
dude.
know how you and Talon met. I don't know if that's a terrible question or if you want to go
That's a
into that.
long story, dude.
Try to,
Yeah.
Spark note this thing. All right, the way me and Taylor met was she was really good friends with my mom, and I met her, saw her, and my mom always told her if you know Taylor, if you're around Taylor, don't talk because he'll just fall in love with you. And so she didn't talk, and then the third time I met her, we talked for like 2.5 hours, and we ended up going to LA for like 6 days, flying to San Francisco for 6 days, driving. What's that?
Like right away.
Right away, dude. Like I like met her. I was like, because in this town, dude, a lot of people in this town, man. And so like we wanted to get to know each other, so we cruised out of here. And we went to LA for 6 days, went to San Francisco for 6 days, went from San Francisco down to Arizona. She flew back to Nashville, and like a week later she was like, I miss you. I was like, I miss you too. She's like, I want to come see you. And I was like, well, if you come see me, it's over. And so she came and saw me, and I proposed her like 3 weeks later. I proposed her in 5 weeks. And we've been together ever since.
Were you about to say forever?
Forever.
Yeah, forever.
Right
Forever, my
now,
puppies.
right now, this is my forever, so we're here.
Forever, my
My best
puppies.
friend, dude.
That's a good story, man.
It's solid, dude.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
I met her before you, and I was talking, and that day I was like, man, I'm really pumped to meet Taylor. And she's like, you're gonna love him. He's everything you want him to be and more. And she's totally wrong.
When people are about to meet Taylor, I prep them.
No, you don't.
I do a little prepping.
What do you say to them?
Oh, you're gonna love Taylor. He's hilarious, but just be ready because he's gonna throw some heat, and he has no shame in throwing heat. So you're gonna have to stick up for yourself a little bit.
How'd that work out for your buddy?
Ew, Nick.
Yeah.
I forget.
Dude, like
what
a
exactly?
deer staring at a car going 45 miles an
Yeah,
hour in
yeah.
the middle of the
Doesn't
night,
know what
dude.
to do.
I started
You got
going
this
at
big left tackle.
Will's friend after a game one time.
Best friend.
Dude, I'm for sure your best friend. Like, there's no question. When you
Okay,
get
good.
married someday in the distant future, I will most definitely be your best man.
Go ahead. Proceed to tell your story.
Yeah, I threw a couple shots at the boy, and he just stared at me like I had a dick on my forehead. Like he didn't know what to do, dude.
Shit.
He was like, "This guy is what's going on?" But it was after a game, dude. I'm super like different.
Yeah.
I'm just amplified.
What else we got, my puppies?
We've got another question from Twitter from yesterday, and it's for Will. What happens if you join another team or you have to leave? What's going to happen to this show?
Oh, that's a good question. A question we will all figure out when that. I mean, we're trying to prep when that happens. So basically, when we shoot, for you pups out there listening, we try to bang out a few episodes each time, 2 to 3 episodes, so that way we have a library built up. Because when the season comes, and right now, let's say, you have scenario 1 where I'm not playing and Taylor's playing. Taylor will not be anywhere around or involved with the podcast because the boy's about his ball, which everybody should be. We'll continue to do stuff, but we'll have this library built up with these episodes we've done, and we will kind of have those released throughout the year. Scenario 2, which is what whoever from Twitter's asking, where we're both playing ball and I'm picked up somewhere else. We still have that library. We would talk about the potential of dropping episodes. We would also talk about the potential of not doing anything, so that way there's no risk of distraction. But we're not going to do any podcasting during the season if we're both playing ball, because that's priority number 2. Priority number 1 is what we do in our immediate future, and Taylor right now, me waiting. But did I answer that well, boys? Anything to add that we've talked about?
We're just gonna keep busting along.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep bussing. You know what? Then we can tease and look forward to the off season, but we're gonna hit the off season running. We're trying to get this freaking bus rolling, so that way we can take this. We can tour. We can tour, my puppies. We'll go on site with people. We'll go at events around Nashville. I think that would be dope as hell.
We have to get Zach's mom to.
We can't hear you.
Zach's mom would have to sign a permission slip.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Only.
And that's going to be tough to get with all this liquor right in front of him.
Yeah, dude, that's
She's going to
true.
smell his breath when he gets home.
Have you ever drinking alcohol before?
No.
He's lying.
You blinked.
Matt, do you drink?
No.
Yeah.
You blinked.
No, my cousin actually gave me some Jack Daniels at a 4th of July party one time, so I'm not going to lie about that.
That's the most American thing I've ever heard, bud. That's the most American
4th of
thing.
July, fireworks, Jack Daniels,
Can't
what
beat
more
it.
can you get?
Hell yeah.
Can't beat it.
Dude, I put a little thing up on my Instagram asking questions, and someone said, would you ever join a country club to take up golf? Hard no.
Where's some substance in these questions?
I've
don't
got
know.
one from.
Dude,
this is the last
people
one I've
just
got.
don't give a shit.
This one's,
People just like just vomit bullshit sometimes.
Hey,
It's
what's your
like,
favorite
Do
soda?
you have a question? Hey, give me a question for our Instagram. Do you like pizza? It's like, okay, yeah, I do like pizza. Barbecue chicken. Actually.
Hey man, are you a pineapple on your pizza guy?
Like this dude? What's your thoughts on fighting in football? I played guard in our local Australian league, and it's hard not to. Like, yeah, dude, it's hard not to fight people when you're in football. No question. Do I think you should be able to fight in football? I think it would be so entertaining.
Dude, it would.
I'd be
feels
down.
like
I'd be
hockey.
down to throw a little couple bows here and there, but dude, it'd be so bad. Like dudes, you get the shit kicked out of them.
And that matters. Like, say a starter, you exert so much energy in a fight. Like, okay, say they do like a hockey style where you get a little, but they get to interchange lineups all the time.
Yeah.
If you got a starter out there, oh, here goes Marcus. Oh shit, they're backing him up.
Marcus is just beating the shit out of some
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
All right,
They-
8, get to the box.
Yeah, okay, we lose him for a few minutes.
Okay, we got it for 5 minutes. Can we take a timeout? No, we can't. We're out of timeouts.
Okay, boys, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, 36.
God.
Let's get it done.
Dude, that's hilarious. Hey, Taylor, man, listen.
What do you think about? What do you think about?
What do you think about fighting? Because it takes every bit of me to control myself.
I have a
I'm
really
s-
hard time.
I'm raging with testosterone. I just got to swing on somebody. What do you think about fighting in football?
If you want to fight, dude, go ahead, but you're probably gonna get in trouble.
What you had a question coming, Matt?
Yeah, this is from Blaze Up 420. Excellent name. And it's for
You guys'
Taylor.
name is Blaze Up 420.
Yeah, and this is for
Yo,
Taylor.
I'm terrified of this question coming up.
He wants to know if when you got knocked out in Miami, if you were being a little too dramatic, or if that's actually how you landed.
Yeah, dude. No, when the lights went off, I thought to myself, let's be as dramatic as possible, dude. When my body went limp, I was like, okay, time to put on a show, dude. Dude, the lights went out. I was asleep. I was night. I took a nap. Guess what? I woke up super refreshed. You see how fast I bounced up, though?
I did. It's like you're laying down there limp. Your eyes come up, and you're like, okay, how can I go about this?
Yeah.
The Undertaker, by God.
Okay. All right. Okay, you got hit. Yeah, you're totally fine now because getting knocked out does nothing to you. All right, so slowly open your eyes. And then, is anybody around? Yeah, there's definitely people around. Okay, push up as hard as you can, dude, and then run around. in
And just
circles.
act like we're going to fight.
And act like we're going to fight. But make sure you cry 3 minutes later, dude. I cried. Not by choice, but I started losing it, dude. Cried like 3 times that day. Some fan was trashing me during one of the breaks, and I was like, don't do that. Like, it was bad, dude. It was bad.
Will, I want to know what you would, what profession you would have if you weren't like an NFL player.
Construction worker.
Per Malcolm Butler, construction worker.
All right.
What profession?
Yeah.
If I didn't go to the NFL, like right out of college, am I still a college athlete?
Say you're built like Zach.
I mean, that's hard to imagine.
I mean, I'm
high school.
doing pretty good for myself right now.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
not
mean,
making millions.
coming out of college, if I wasn't going to play ball, I was immediately going to go into coaching. I've always wanted to be a coach. That's kind of up for debate now, learning about the ins and outs of coaching. But I've always loved, like, that type of shit.
So you weren't into sports at all.
Well, I mean, that's a hard question, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, because you're taking, like, I don't know how you were, but I literally grew up, my dad, like, he was like, you're playing sports. So I was like, I played everything. And, like, that's all you know.
Yeah, like, you'd
you're-
be a
you're-
little kid. Like,
Hey, Taylor, what would you do if you were from Australia and you were a woman?
That's a great question.
what would you do? Well, the first thing, you don't know. Nobody knows.
it's like, okay, you're out of high school, you're built like Zach. Go.
Yeah. Okay, buy a gym membership.
I was looking like. Sorry, Zach. I didn't.
Dude,
I
No,
didn't-
I promise
what
you,
need to
it's
do,
okay.
Do you? But for real, have you always had trouble gaining weight? Or do you really even care, dude? Because really, people don't get like. I love working out. Like I love it, and I have since I was like 15 years old. But like people don't give a shit about working out.
Well, I stay pretty busy, but like after basketball season, I was in the gym with with another manager and one of our coaches for like I said, we went about 4 times a day.
A week.
4 times a week. That's what I mean. But like I'm pretty busy, so like it's not something I just necessarily enjoy. It's cool to do, but like I know some people like y'all just like enjoy working out. I don't find enjoyment. It's cool, and
Yeah.
I've literally probably weighed the same since I got out of high school.
The process, my puppies.
The process is serious.
And I kind of have a bad diet, so it doesn't help.
What's your
Like,
diet like? Are you just like Mickey D's?
No, I hate McDonald's.
Shit, Matt?
But it sounds like
It's-
you're a fast food guy. What's your fast food? What's your go-to fast?
Chick-fil-A. I ate
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A for lunch today.
Did you? What'd you have?
Chicken nugget meal, of course.
That's it? Just a one box of chicken nuggets?
No, the meal, the combo, fries, drink. Yeah.
Whole bit,
Like,
man. Hey,
not-
The whole-
fries,
the
right?
not
the whole
just
kit and
ate
caboodle,
nuggets.
as they
Give me
say.
the number 6.
Yeah.
All of it.
I think it's
See,
number
dude-
3 actually, but
Sorry.
okay.
I haven't really ate fast food. Well, I mean, I guess on the plane.
What's your diet like now? You switch it up a little bit. Obviously, I know what it's like, but what do you?
I'm on ketogenic diet, so it's like low carb, high fats. But like instead of doing like you on a keto diet, you can have like cream, you can have dairy and stuff like that. Like I cut out cheese and dairy too. I was at like some doctor one time. I cut out all dairy. I don't have dairy at all anymore. And
Same
every once in a while, dude, I'll get like a Greek salad. There'll be some feta on it, and guess what? You're gonna have to bite that bullet, dude, because them Greek salads are fire. But
It's a tasty bullet.
dude, it's a tasty bullet. But like the thing is, like I'm like literally was telling someone today. I'm like trying to train myself to where like don't care what it tastes like anymore. Just like use it for feel. You know what I'm saying? But like that food's never been like a huge priority to me. I've never been like, yo, I love a Snickers or I love like Philly cheesesteak. Like shit tastes good, but I usually feel like shit after. Like when I saw Matt post that hilarious McDonald's thing with this like the sauce and the cheese. My first thought was like, dude, that McDonald's is delicious, dude. If you go get those like tiny little like 99-cent McDoubles or whatever they are, and you put that special sauce on there, it's
McChicky.
fire, dude. So fire. But like every time I eat that shit, I feel terrible now. Like it's like my body's like, this is what we're doing. Okay, fuck everything else.
So you're full keto. Are you full keto or are you
I'm
keto
not
at
full
a period of
keto.
the day? Because full keto, you're like,
No
you're
carbs.
less than 30 carbs a day.
Yeah, so
Constantly, the whole
on
time.
On days we don't practice or I don't exert a lot of energy, I'm full keto. Like I just do fats. I don't do any carbs. If well, I mean except for like
Do you
the
track?
2
Do
here,
you
3
track
there.
it?
No, I don't track it, but I know what has carbs and what doesn't have carbs.
Are you in ketosis though?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I probably like so if I take 3-4 days, it takes a little bit of time to reach ketosis.
yeah.
So I'm not really in ketosis because for how much power and how much energy I
gonna
exert
say.
during the day, like I need that like extra fuel. So like we have practice tomorrow, so I'll go and I'll do yams and sweet potatoes and like those healthy carbs,
Right.
and I'll do those with like chicken and as much vegetables as possible. But like I'm an extremist, dude. Like I'm in every sense of the word an extremist. And I've been extremist on one way, the healthy side. I've been extremist on the other way, the super unhealthy side.
How long have you been like this?
This has been
Probably since I
newer.
met my wife, dude. Since I met my wife, like I've definitely taken I thought to myself like, okay, like when I was in high school, it was like, yeah, you just gotta eat a shitload because I gotta gain weight. Because I was probably 230 in high school, and then like going into college, I was 254. That was my first weigh-in. I was 254 pounds
Freshman year.
freshman year.
Wow.
So,
So
that's
they-
just about calories.
Yeah, and they're just like, hey, you're redshirting.
Yeah.
Like, ain't no chance I'm playing in the Big Ten at 250. Especially my redshirt freshman year, Adrian Claiborne, J.J. Watt, Whitney Merciless, who else? Ryan Kerrigan, 5 or maybe even 6 defensive ends that were first round picks,
Right.
and they were like seniors when I was a freshman.
Yeah.
So ain't no way I'm handling that shit, dude. So I had to. So in high school, you think, okay, I just gotta eat a shitload of food, and then you go and you work through college, and then you feel like, okay, well, all right, so chicken's better for you than steak, and these carbs are better than pizza, and then so you start to kind of figure it out, and then that's kind of the mode I was in when I met my wife, and she's like super into that stuff, dude. She's like always been holistic, organic, free range, that kind of attitude, and I didn't really get it, but like I started to understand when I saw a huge difference. And that's why I try to do free range chicken, organic, like I like the eggs, everything and stuff like that. And people have talked about doing vegan and stuff. I just don't know if I could do vegan or
We'll have a vegan
Even
on it. Whenever we
pescatarian.
have Derek Morgan on here, he'll be able to talk about it.
yeah, he'll
It's not
definitely.
like he's
His
gonna
wife
convert, yeah.
does
She's a
vegan
chef,
cooking.
vegan
Yeah,
chef,
she
yeah.
does cooking.
But this new thing though, you kind of took on this off season.
Yeah, so I started working with a guy named Dr. Oz, not the show, but Dr. Oz Garcia. He's up in New York, and I got him. I really started to work through. Taylor started working with him first because she's friends with this Victoria's Secret model, and she came back. I guess I can say her Lily Aldridge. She came back from pregnancy after like 3-4 months, and then walked the Victoria's Secret fashion show, like after pregnancy. And Taylor's like, yo, let me get on that juice. So she calls this Dr. Oz guy, and they start working together. And she's like, you need to work with this guy. You need to work with this guy. I'm like, I'm good. Like whatever I'm doing, it's working. I'm solid.
Yeah.
And so after the season, I was like, I'm trying to figure out ways, like, how do I take it to the next level? Like, how do I get to that, like, holy shit level, you know? And so my first thought was like, diet, dude. I like diet's everything when you get to this level. So that's when I started to like get serious about it. So like January was a mess, dude. It was pizzas and ice cream and living it, bah.
Mm.
And then at the end of January, I told I flew to New York, did blood tests, do a whole bunch of stuff. He got me on suppies, started hitting the
Supplements, the suppies.
yeah, starting hitting all the food and all that, and getting that whole thing going. And I feel better than I ever have. My body fat's lower than it's ever been. But I overall just feel healthy.
But
I
what-
feel
Yeah, no
good.
doubt.
Yeah.
What are you weighing right now?
I'm about 310 right now, so I'm
Solid.
I'm solid right now. But I could probably be like I was playing last year in the morning after breakfast, after a couple waters, weigh in 307, 308, and I'm waking up in the morning between 308 and 310 right now. So that's before any meals or anything like that. So I'm like,
Damn.
is it trying to stack that good pound every week? You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't, for anybody who's listening, that doesn't have to be like, you don't have to be an extremist on things, but you should have mild education on stuff. McDonald's is not good for you. All right, they literally get fake meat, and they say like,
Yeah, like all the extras of a chicken, it's grinded up.
Yeah.
And that's your chicken nugget.
but what they do is they say, hey,
Zach.
this meat, well, it's cool, but you eat whatever you want. Matt, Zach, juice, pee-pee. I know you don't eat. You eat that shit?
Pee-pee eats good, man.
He eats good.
Yeah.
You eat good pee-pee?
Pee-pee eats good.
Dude, but like that stuff, like they have, there's companies, there's farms out there called like A1 beef or something like that. So like when they buy the A1 beef, using quotes, from like McDonald's buys it from these farms, it's the shit meat, but they get to say on their commercials A1 beef or whatever, like A grade beef, because that's the name of the company they buy it from, and they do those types of things. Have you seen that movie about McDonald's? What's called Founder?
Oh yeah,
I've heard
oh,
of
That
it.
shit's
so good.
wild, dude. How he's
So
putting
good.
he fucked over everybody.
Oh man, yeah, it's so bad. But brilliant guy, driven, but just totally screwed those brothers.
That's the thing, dude. Is like you can be as driven and as brilliant as anybody, but if your intentions aren't the right thing, then you're gonna fuck over so many more. You're gonna do more harm than good.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you what you thought, Will, the differences in playing in a major market, like major media market like DC and Nashville. Like, do you see a huge difference?
Oh shit, yeah. There's a huge difference in DC and the Redskin market. Like there's just multiple stories a day that the media is trying to create. Because really, if you look at Redskins, that DC media market, it's like a stepping stone to the big leagues, and everybody's trying to be somebody in that media market. Everybody's one. They're always trying to create stories. Like when we were going through the transition of RG and Kirk and the quarterback and the franchise tag, and you barely missing the playoffs, making the playoffs, but this it's just constant drama that surrounds kind of the Redskins in the media. Like they're always trying to create a story, man. And that was what was different with the Titans. Like practicing with the Redskins, there's a crowd, dude, of media watching all the time. And with the Titans, there's it's like there's between like a college football audience and a high school football audience. There's like 4 people out there with the Titans. And you're just like, oh, is this, Rakpo, he came from Redskins to the Titans. I'm like, man, it's way different out here. He's like, oh, Comp, I'm telling you, man, it's way better out here. They're not constantly trying to create stories and turmoil and this, that. And I love, there's a few guys I love within the Redskins media. I'm just comparing the two. Like, it's constant out there, dude. I'm talking dudes tweet play-by-plays at practice. Play-by-plays at practice. Talking like this is what's going to decide. I saw a tweet before talking about, oh, this rookie, he got to the front of the line in this drill. Like, what? What? And, dude, Matt knows there's fans out there that like that stuff and eat it up, but at the same time, it's creating such hype around shit that doesn't even matter. It's crazy, dude. And Titans, it's way different. Like, it's just way different. What do we got? We got anything else? Can we cut this thing? Are we getting tired?
I can go on a tangent about media. I hate journalists.
What do you think about journalists?
Well, I think today that a lot of journalists, they're not necessarily out there to report the truth like they should be and like it used to be. They just want to make clickbait. And that's when they come up with stupid shit like what you said, like piecing together piecing together different things to make just false headlines and stuff like that, and just rewording people's words to create clickbait. It gives a bad image. And sometimes they portray a bad image when it's not like that. But the average Twitter user is about dumb. Well, you can edit that out. I'm not trying to call people dumb, but they don't want to look into it. They just believe what they see on Twitter.
They don't educate themselves.
They don't educate themselves, and it just so-called journalists today just I feel like they have a bad rep. And I'm a journalism student, and if I ever do actually become a journalist, I have like a pact not to become journalists like the modern day journalists of creating clickbait.
In this world of social media,
yes,
where
in
it's
this
like
world,
a headline's going to drive traffic.
Yeah.
Got to respect that, Zach.
I
You're one of a
respect it
kind.
too.
I don't know if I'm one of a kind. There's a
You're
few
one of a
good ones out
kind.
there.
You're one of a kind.
Bussin' with all the boys.
Bussin' with all the boys. I enjoyed it.
Tell them where to follow us.
Well, it's pretty easy. If you need to follow us, you can go to Bussin WTB. That's on Twitter, and that's also on Instagram. But if you want to go to Facebook, which I'm not a Facebook guy, but if you have a Facebook, Bussin' with the boys is our Facebook.
And
if
our
you want to go to
YouTube channel.
YouTube, you can go to Bussin' with the boys, which is also the same thing as Facebook.
Smash that subscribe button.
Yep.
Yeah, smash that,
gotta
dude.
gotta
Gotta smash
subscribe,
it.
dude.
Don't
Subscribe.
just hit it. Smash it.
Share it with all
Smash
the
the-
puppies.
Do it. Get it out there. I love it.
We had fun today, boys.
That was a solid one.
Solid.
Drop the fucking beat.
Run it. Let's get out of here.